Taking a little break today from building decoys to go over the 5 most frequently asked questions I have about my tougher than a stuffer decoy. Just a quick little background on my decoys. They are a real feather decoy that is designed to be very durable and huntable. In fact, I believe the most durable and huntable real feathered decoy that you can actually purchase. Top 5 questions I get about my decoys are: number 1, do you make a strutter decoy? Number 2, can you use these decoys in the rain? Number 3, is there a breeder hen available? Number 4, why don't you have a beard on the gobbler decoy? And number 5, where do you get all the feathers? So number 1, regarding the strutter. This pose is actually more effective than a full strut decoy. When one gobbler submits to another gobbler, it takes a low head position, and I've actually seen it where the submissive gobbler even squats down on the ground like a hen would. That submissive gobbler is showing the other gobbler that he is submissive to him. So that is a trigger to gobblers that this gobbler is showing submission. It definitely triggers a response in pretty much any gobbler in the pecking order that this turkey is showing submission. That is a very important aspect of this decoy. Primarily, when I first designed this, what I wanted was a decoy that was going to be very transportable and very huntable, something you could put in and out of a bag, and then also something that I could adhere the feathers to very tightly so that it would be a much easier decoy to hunt with than what I had used previously. So all my decoys come with this double-ended bag, and this makes it easy to carry. You can carry it over your shoulder. I carry 2 of them and a blind and my weapon, and it's doable. They aren't that heavy. They're going to be much more easily to transport than the old-fashioned skin-mounted stuffer. So basically what you do is you take the head end is the end you're going to open up. And there you have it. There's your decoy ready to be staked in and hunted with. You'll also notice that I have this pipe on the bottom. Now the height of this decoy off the ground is important. Just like you saw in that little clip I had where the gobbler was squatting for the other gobbler, the lower you can place your decoy on the landscape while maintaining visibility, the better. Because what the goal is for your decoys to be showing submission to any turkey that happens to come out and view it. Question number 2, what happens when you get caught in the rain with these decoys? Is it going to damage them? The way I make the decoy is that I only use the iridescent part of the feather, and it's very tightly adhered to the foam body. So they are very durable to any kind of moisture. In fact, after they get roughed up a little bit and the feathers start to look, a little rough, one thing you can do is take a mister or an atomizer, spray it down to where you can see the feathers are getting wet, and then lightly take a hair dryer and just put it on a low setting, and dry it off, and you'll notice that the feathers themselves will snap back together. Another common question I get is, why don't you make a breeder hen rather than the standing hen? Well, in all reality, this decoy has about a 3.5-inch pipe sticking out of the bottom. The main reason that I wanted to make sure it's up off the ground a little bit is from my experience using my stuffer hen, which I originally wanted to use as a breeder hen. But what I found is that whenever I would hunt a little bit later in April and into May, like in a cow pasture, and if the grass was anything over 2 inches high, the decoy was all you could really see is the head sticking up. So I ended up drilling a hole in the bottom of the hen and the piece of wood that's in the hen decoy, and I made a little stake so that I could get it 3 inches or 5 inches off the ground, just so it would gain a little bit of visibility. A real hen turkey stands up quite a bit taller than this when they're standing, and let me tell you, I have had many gobblers at this height walk right up on the back of this hen, so it is actually in a low posture that the gobblers are interpreting as a squatting hen. But it does maintain a little more visibility when you start hunting in places where there's some ground cover. Question number 4, why don't you have a beard on your male turkey decoy? That's just it. It's a male turkey decoy. It's the male feathers on this decoy that identify it as male. Tell you the truth, I think, the beard length and the difference between a Jake beard and a gobbler beard is almost more important to us humans, it seems like, than the turkeys. I've not found a whole lot of correlation between beard length and beard size and turkeys interpreting that as a dominant or a subdominant gobbler. The main thing is if a beard is on this decoy, the way my system works with putting it in and out of a bag, it truly would be the first point of failure, because it's not allowing you to put it in the bag. I haven't seen any reason since I started making these to add the beard. They work super effective without it, and I've stuck with not putting a beard on it. Question number 5, where do I get all the feathers for my decoys? So basically I make 24 to 30 decoys a year, roughly half gobblers, half hens. And the interesting thing about how I make my decoys is I make 2 decoys out of 1 turkey. It is only family and a few close friends that provide me with my turkey skins. They're literally just donating their turkey feathers to me so that I can use them in my decoys and my feather art. The cool part about it is there's another part of the turkey that you shoot that is being used. So you're using the meat. Some people also use the wing bones for wing bone calls. I use pretty much every feather on the turkey. There isn't much left on a turkey when I'm done with it after making a decoy. I will be putting more videos about turkey calling and using decoys on my YouTube channel, so stay tuned to that. The decoys are available on my website, frederickchampionschoice.com. Typically I have an inventory of them in winter and spring. By May 1st they're sold out, and then I start working on next year's inventory.